need to talk about pink sauce and why a lot of people are concerned for the people that have bought this sauce from the lady that makes it on TikTok, because the hue of the sauce keeps changing. Every photo, every video, the sauce color looks different. And also, she doesn't describe what it actually tastes like. I don't know if it is to promote it, get people to buy it, just to see what it tastes like, but she will not describe the taste. She says it's because she cannot describe the taste.
The sauce is like homemade ranch and it's made in some lady's kitchen, super unsafe. People are getting insanely sick. Yeah, fuck it, dude. It's just like, it's fun time. You know what I mean? Who needs the FDA?
There's apparently 444 servings in one bottle, and some of the ingredients are spelled wrong. Whoops.
What?
They cost $20 a piece, and look at this. This is how they're being sent out, in bags. So people are getting just a hot pink mess in the mail. One more thing, it says it needs to be refrigerated. Clearly not happening in this loose bag it comes in.
It became a sensation because it's so concerning. Even just its appearance is alarming. It looks like runny Pepto-Bismol.
I am all for supporting small businesses, but there is such blatant negligence in the pink sauce situation that I can't support that.
Every black business isn't legitimate. There are some scammers out there who don't care about none of y'all. They just want y'all to spend money on some overpriced shit, which, by the way, I don't know who in the fuck got money like that, but nobody should be spending $20, $25, even $30 on some fucking sauce that's the same amount as a Heinz ketchup.
I am following FDA standards, so y'all keep talking about FDA approved. What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health. I never said that. Did I?
Have you ever had a negative experience when dealing with a black-owned business?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Anything in mind with that little?
I've had quite
trouble?
a bit of run-ins with a bunch of small businesses, but yes.
Okay. Has those negative experiences deterred you or made you feel any kind of negative way about black businesses?
So I will say this: in my younger years, it was part of that white supremacist identity, that conditioning that makes you think that black is lesser. So when you thought of black business, you thought of lesser, right? Or at least that was my experience until I was able to break myself of that knee-jerk thinking of black is lesser.
Yeah.
So then, as I became older, more of an adult, I began to realize that it wasn't so much of the identity of the person giving me the service. It was the experience that was negative to me. I just, for some reason or another, attributed it more to the community when it was us doing it to us, which, if you really think about it, is not that foreign of a concept, right? If you think about it, something that isn't often talked about when we talk about, this relationship between black consumers and the black small businesses is that the consumers make it very hard on the black businesses, right? And that's the truth. Mm-hmm. Right, that there's always a little bit of truth in both sides of it. It is harder on black small businesses. They have less resources. They're less common, right? And they're a lot of times they are marketing to a much more niche marketplace, depending on what you're selling.
Absolutely.
At the same time, just like we expect other businesses, other large businesses, to cater to our needs or to capitulate to our ask and our demands, right, for our service. We do that all the time with restaurants and stores and labels and brands and things of that nature. We demand certain things of them. I don't think it is out of bounds to expect or have a standard for black businesses. And so to that end, it is incumbent on black business owners to, number one, have a standard, set a standard and more commonly attribute to that than some of the crazy stories you may get. Mm-hmm. But also, if it's that level of expectancy, like, damn, I'm trying to do this for us, why don't y'all help me be good so I can do better for us? That's got to be a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
You've got to want to serve your community the same way you expect them to patronize you.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to. Otherwise, there's this disconnect of each other expecting the other one to capitulate to them and their needs, and then it ends up being a loss.
Yeah. I want to say, similar to you, obviously earlier on, I felt like black businesses probably weren't the first place to go. And that is mostly in part to a white superiority ideology. I would agree with that. But then obviously recently we've had this kind of resurgence of black people just being interested in buying from black businesses. I think as of, some of the tragic events that have unfolded, we decided that we want to better our own community. And that resulted in a huge influx in just supporting black business. Sure. With that being said, excuse me if I'm saying her name wrong. It's either Chef Pie or I'm going to go with Chef Pie because I'm not going to go with Chef Pii. Chef Pie on TikTok has kind of made her name known because she's been doing quite a few videos with this pink sauce, which seems to be created with a few different ingredients, one of them which makes the sauce pink. She has been said to not be able to describe what the sauce tastes like, which has garnered a lot of mystery into what this pink sauce is all about.
What it tastes like.
Well, she's been putting it on fries. She's been putting it on tacos. She's been putting it on a bunch of just different things that you think wouldn't go together. Some people have said that it tastes like a ranch, possibly, which would make sense. Fries, tacos, you could probably make something with that. However, she has gone on to start selling the pink sauce and bottling it and manufacturing it seemingly all on her own. Maybe she has a small team or whatever, but mostly on her own. But it seems that maybe she hasn't been prepared for the popularity that she's garnered, which, by the way, marketing genius. Yeah. It's a good thing. It's a probably good problem to have that, you've expanded quite a bit. However, you need to kind of scale up with that. So maybe she hasn't prepared the best.
It's unfortunate because being that black business I guess the history of black business has not been as expansive as other groups. We've had great times of triumph and we've also had low lows in this country in terms of black business. And as we haven't seen the consistency, right? We haven't had the opportunity to have the consistent growth of small black businesses over the generations in this country. Continuously stunted and set back and under-resourced and just forgotten, to be honest.
Yeah.
So a result of that is having unconventional entries to the market, right? You have less people, touting business loans from banks and more people who got quick startup cash and are just looking to get off their feet. Mm-hmm. You have less people who have come from, a state college business school and more people with street smarts that happen to come up on some money are able to get a brick and mortar, because that is what happens when you are bottlenecked into a very, very narrow amount of opportunities.
Absolutely.
Right? So if that's the case, then it stands to believe that there's going to be a learning curve for a lot of those people running small businesses.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if multi-million-dollar corporations have learning curves when they're breaking into new markets, how could you expect someone who doesn't even have the formal education to run a business to not have that? Now, within that, there is still a responsibility of the business owner to elevate. The problem is, if you don't know what to aspire to or to elevate to, you just perpetuate the only things that you do know. Yeah. And so I feel like uniquely to our community exists or should exist a relationship where there's grace given on both sides.
Yeah.
From the consumer and the producer. Because conversely, a lot of the black businesses or the black sellers of products and things of that nature that are prospering have a whole lot to say about their black consumers. What they complain about, what they ask for, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword, right? It's not just that people don't want to buy black. Some of the times y'all don't want to sell black. Mm-hmm. And don't make any qualms about it. So there is an improvement that needs to be made, and I think that lies somewhere in the understanding between them that, look, I would rather buy here. Let me tell you what you can do to improve. And conversely, I want to keep selling to you. Let me tell you what you can do for me so I can better serve you. That is a community.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to start getting back to is more collaborative work as opposed to trying to identify each other's problems.
Agreed. And actually that brings me to kind of the thing that I was most worried about is that, Pink Sauce was trending for most of the weekend. And I just seen a lot of, different YouTubers, mostly not black, just kind of shitting on her for the most part. Like, I can kind of understand that she probably wasn't expecting to just go viral out of nowhere.
Right, for sure.
And, have a lot of orders to deal with and things like that. And to your point, she probably wasn't just very educated on how to plan for this sort of thing to happen. So, I don't feel like it's right to shit on her because she didn't have the right infrastructure for her business. I feel like, give her some time and allow her.
Like, Apple started in somebody's garage, man.
Come
on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's this funky thing. It's these tinted glasses that we have on when we're talking about black business for some reason.
Absolutely. I feel like we need to give her the time to fully flesh out the infrastructure for what it is that she's trying to do.
She needs to also seek the information to be better.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Like, that doesn't mean that I want you to sit around and be the same thing you are now a year from now.
Yeah. No, I need you to contact the SBA or, get in touch with a lawyer because there might be some things that you might need to know from a business law standpoint. Yeah. I mean, I just think, like you said, she needs to kind of educate herself and get a real plan together.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Pink Sauce?
That is it, man. Give us your thoughts. What did you think about the whole Pink Sauce situation? Also, black businesses in America. What are your thoughts there? Going both ways, selling black and buying black. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more content.
And make sure you check out some of our other videos on different things that black businesses have done. In fact, we have an interview with a black business. Hopefully looking to get back into that. And make sure you subscribe for more. Like I said, we want to continue talking about black business.